What is going on, everyone? This is Autumn Marie coming at you from the cage with another Pokemon related video. One moment. I'm so used to doing my Let's Go playthrough interviews that I almost said that we were going to be doing a Let's Go EV playthrough video. But nope, we've got something else going on right now, of course. If you could not tell by the title of this stream, we will be opening some, excuse me, some Pokemon cards here. Hello Grimya, nice to see you in the chat. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the Hidden Fates packs. They just came out today and I forgot to order some, but I do have an entire booster box of Unified Minds to get through, and I'm hoping to stop at the store this weekend to try and pick up some of the Hidden Fates. They don't have booster boxes like how they do with these, but they do have some of the other like packs or like specialty packs the same way that like Dragon Majesty did. So I'm hoping to pick up some of those when I get to the store this weekend and opening those on stream. But yeah, we do have a booster box of 36 packs here, and I haven't opened any of the Unified Minds series yet. So this will be my first Unified Minds opening. And I also have just like some loose packs to open as well. We've got 4 of those, one of each cover art of course, because that's how I roll. We've got 2 of these like little individual packs with the Pikachu and the Sudowoodo promo cards. I'm going to turn the music down in my headphones a little bit because it feels very loud in my ears. And then we've got this little 3-pack here with the nice Vikavolt promo card. And I also have this Reshiram Charizard box here, which I'm going to slide these out of the way so that I can put the box, you know, a little flatter and we can see what's in it. To be fair, I mostly got this because I really liked the figurine, and I'll zoom in on that a little bit here. And I'm going to put that figurine with my Dragonite one that came with this Dragon Majesty playmat box set that I got. But in this, we also have, of course, a jumbo card, promo, tag team with Charizard and Reshiram, and then 4 packs, I believe 2 Unbroken Bonds and 2 Unified Minds. That's a lot of money on the table. If it helps you feel better, for the booster box, I used my Amazon reward points that I was saving up to get it half off. So it's really like I only spent $2 a pack on this box here. Actually a little less, because I used enough points to get it for only $50 instead of 100. So that was the bigger savings, and then I bought the other things at the store because I have impulsive shopping problems. But we are going to start with the box and work our way through the packs. And what I normally do is that any card that I haven't gotten before, unless if it's just a reverse holo version of one that I already have, I will read the card, go over like what its attacks are, what they do, other stats about the card, so that way anyone who hasn't seen any of these cards before will also get the opportunity to see what they're all about. And yeah, that's kind of just my only real thing going on with this. So I am going to grab my scissors because I also just did my nails for this stream, which is kind of hard to see because my webcam is being finicky with the focus, but it does focus really nice when I put the cards up for you guys to see it. So that's the reason why I switched to this webcam as opposed to the other webcam that I usually use, because that webcam didn't zoom in on the cards very efficiently. So, if I can just get this open. But yeah, I wanted to do my nails like all cute for the stream. Excuse me. But, they didn't come out like super great the first time, so I redid them. And now they're a little bit better. But, yeah, I'm going to try and get these all opened by about 8:30, 8:45, which for me is 2 hours away, because then my roommate and I are eating pizza. And my microphone is falling. Whoops. That should have fixed it. I apologize about that. I have a new microphone, and, I'm still getting used to the little, like, stand that I have for it. Okay, and that should fix that. Awesome. Alright, now we are ready to open these cards. Yeah, I just got a new microphone maybe a few weeks ago, but I was out of town for most of those weeks, so I didn't use it much because I wasn't here. But now we have it. And I'm getting used to the stand. I've been playing the online game for a few weeks and I'm in love with it. Oh, that's excellent. Would you recommend, what would you recommend to start? Booster pack, trainer pack, pre-made deck? So I have very limited experience playing, the game in person. It's been many a year before I played, but I feel like if you understand like the mechanics of how the game is played, then you don't really need to buy a pre-made deck. I feel that a lot of the pre-made decks are more like, oh, if you're starting off and you don't really know what to do, like here's a play mat and here's like basic things that you can use to get started. But if you're playing the online version, it seems to be pretty similar to what you play IRL from my experience in playing both. Ooh, that's really bad lighting there. So if you're used to how the game is played, I believe that when different competitive players for the Pokemon like competitions, like the ones that they just did at Worlds, when they win, I believe they post to their deck list, and you might be able to get some of those cards from the pre-made decks. Of course, trying to get them from a booster pack is harder because because you're you know, the cards are random, so you don't know whether or not you're going to get the card that you want for your deck. So if you absolutely don't have any cards and you want to just get into playing right away, starting off with one of the pre-made decks will let you do that. But if you really want to build a specific deck, buying like individual cards online or trying to get them in packs would be a better way to go. Sorry, I was trying to see if my camera would focus a little bit better on this part, but it doesn't seem to be, so we'll just worry more about zooming in on the cards than about this part of it being in focus. Oh, no problem. Also, noob question, do the codes from the booster packs give you the same cards? That I don't know. I have probably over 100 of the codes plugged into my online account. I have yet to open a single pack. So, I am actually not sure. I'm pretty sure it's randomized. But the only way I can know for sure is opening every single, Unbroken Bonds pack that I have online. And if I get 2 Reshiram Charizards that aren't, like, the special secret rares, then I know it's the exact same cards. But yeah, I had a lot of, Unbroken Bonds because I had collected them throughout, like, the month or so that after they had been released. But I didn't get to open them until after school was over for the semester, so they really all just kind of stockpiled into one massive set of cards. But we are going to get into our first pack here. And as we get through, it'll go a little bit quicker as we get more and more of like the commons and whatnot. But in the beginning it goes a little bit slower because I read through all of the commons and uncommons that I haven't gotten yet. So we are going to put the online code to the side. I should have emptied my garbage can before this. We'll just shove it down there. Alright. And I always flip them in the same order. So first we're going to start with our common. And that, pardon me, is Muna. So psychic type, of course, has 60 HP. And for 1 normal energy you can play Future Sight. Look at the top 4 cards of either player's deck and put them back in any order. So it's definitely useful if you either want to figure out where your cards that you need are on the top 4, and if you know next turn you need a specific card, you can throw it in on the top. Or if you want to mess up your opponent, if you know that they're waiting for like a specific stadium card or an evolution card or something like that, you can put it down on the very 4th bottom card so they either have to play support cards to try and draw up or like search for the card, or they have to wait 4 turns, which can be very detrimental to any kind of deck that you're playing. So this one is a Karate Belt. So here's the art. So it says, if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, the attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to cost fighting less. Is that like 1 less fighting energy? I'm not sure. It says fighting less. So I'm guessing 1 fighting energy less. So useful if your Mon requires a fighting energy or has a fighting energy on it. It's a tool card, so you can only attach 1 to your Pokemon at a time. Alright, oops, I just completely looked at that. It was electric type of something. Oh, Pikachu. Because Pikachu is probably in every single series. Of course, he's an electric type, 60 HP. 2 moves. The first one requires 1 electric energy called Mealtime. Flip a coin until you get tails. Okay, flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, draw a card. Oops. It seems as though Nightbot may have accidentally timed you out for a few seconds. Sorry about that, Grimya. I think it like automatically does it if there's too many successive messages in a row. So sorry about that. I don't know if it like auto boots you or not. I have to play with the settings on that. So just be a little careful about that. But the other move requires a lightning and a normal energy, and it's called Gnaw, and it just does 20 damage. So nothing too fancy there. The next one's going to be an uncommon, and that's going to be Lapras, and this is adorable artwork. We've got a nice little like rainbow in the back with Misty looking so excited, Lapras waving to her. I really like it. Oh, quietly celebrates. Pikachu, yay! Sorry about that, yeah. The chatbots can get very picky about how often people will spam emotes and things, so I apologize for that. It does have an ability called Mermaid's Call. Once during your turn before your attack, you may put a Misty's Favor card from your discard pile into your hand. So I'm assuming the Misty's Favor is like a support card. Or, do they call them trainer cards anymore? Yeah, a trainer card. And I'm sure we'll pull one of them so we can see what it actually does. And then for 2 water energy and a normal energy, you can do Surf for 90 damage. So that is Lapras. Our next common is going to be Lickitung. So there's the artwork. Very big tongue, of course. Lapras' ability is great. I've seen a Misty deck completely insane with Duo Psyduck, can't remember the other. Oh, is it Slowpoke Psyduck, the Slow Duck set? I know somebody who was playing that deck at Worlds. I thought my roommate was knocking, but they weren't. Really great deck. Yeah, I've like seen it half played, but I think I fell asleep during the stream that they were playing it in, but I have yet to like try it out myself. The Lickitung has 100 HP, normal type of course. For 1 normal energy, you can play Heavy Draw. So you draw a card for each of your Pokemon in play that has a retreat cost of exactly 4. So this Lickitung has exactly 4. So useful if you have a lot of like big mons, but if you're just doing little ones, like this Lapras only has a retreat cost of 1. So, and then for 3 normal energy, you can do Tongue Slap for 40 damage. Our next uncommon is Pokemaniac. These guys that always dress like Slowpoke. It's a trainer supporter card. Search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon that have a retreat cost of exactly 4. Reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So these two would be good to play together because it allows you to grab mons that have retreat costs of 4, put them in your hand, and then throw them onto your bench. And then with Heavy Draw, with Heavy Draw, you can then just get a bunch of cards in your hand and get what you need. So that was our uncommon. So our next common is Purloin, which Purloin was in the Unbroken Bond set because it was one of those Cat Day cards. Dark type, 70 HP for 1 normal energy. You could play the move called Cleaning Up. Discard a Pokemon tool card from one of your opponent's Pokemon. So if they've got something like that Karate Belt attached to it, then you can just be like, nope, go away. But it doesn't do any damage, so... And here's our energy card. Put that in the corner. I should really be separating these as I go, shouldn't I? We'll keep all of our commons, uncommons, and rares in a pile. So I know that this is going to be my rare, so we'll do that one last. Our next common is Magmar, which is funny because I think in the original like base set or fossil jungle, whichever one it was in, Magmar was considered a rare. Fire type, of course, 80 HP. For 1 fire energy, you can do Smoke Bomb for 10 damage. And if the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, the attack doesn't happen. So definitely useful for early game starts, or even if you, I guess, throw it into something that's like a really big GX, you would leave their attack up to a roll. Good luck with the openings. Have a nice day. I'm going to sleep. It was nice to see a TCG channel without super quick and anxious pack opening. Oh, thank you so much! And of course, if you'd like this and want to see more, please feel free to follow me on Twitch or on YouTube. I do post these videos on YouTube afterwards, so if you want to see what we end up pulling, you can check that out. It's by the same name, Auto Marie, and there is a link below. And thank you so much for stopping by and chatting it up with me for a little bit. Have a good sleep. So our reverse hollow is going to be a Cubone. Oop, come on. The whole point of this camera was to focus. There we go. So, fighting, ground, rock, whatever you want to use that symbol for type. 60 HP. For 1 normal energy, you can play Growl. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon attacks do 20 less damage before applying weakness and resistance. And then for 2 normal energy, you can play Boomerang, which is a 20 times move. You flip 2 coins, and this attack does 20 damage for each heads. So if you're bad at coin flipping like I am, stay away. That light is pretty harsh. We, see if I can... Alright, improvise. We'll just put it up here. Yeah, that works. I really have to get, like, actual appropriate stream lighting, which actually gives me an idea. One moment. Okay, that didn't really seem to help much, so we're gonna just keep what we have and be more conscientious of where we put cards. So I'll put my reverse hollows here. So this is our rare first one of the night / stream. I'm going to close my eyes and put it up to the camera. you can see it. Alright, it's a Toxapex, so nothing too fancy. 110 HP, psychic type, it's considered. Or, you know, psychic / poison, you know, the little symbol. And for 2 psychic energy, you can do spike shot for 70 damage. So nothing super fancy there. Alright, we'll go with this one next. I'm struggling. I need to crack my knuckles. Okay, that should help. You know how it goes sometimes. Oh, it's upside down. You know, you try to be a good person and then you open the pack up upside down and you tear little pieces off because you're an animal. I'd like to think I'm not an animal. At least not how, like, my brother opens his packs. I, like, worry that he, like, is gonna rip the cards when he opens them. Alright. So, first common is a Dewpider. I recently saw the episode of the Sun and Moon anime that had Dewpider in it, and it was really cute, and I was really hoping that Lana would take the Dewpider and, like, make it part of her party, but then she didn't, and I was sad. But it is a water type, 60 HP. For 1 water energy, you can do Rain Splash for 10 damage, and then for 2 normal energy, you can do Bite for 20 damage. Oops, my nails just got stuck to each other. Alright, our uncommon is going to be Tirtuga. That's a 100 HP water type for 1 rock fighting ground energy. I think they just call it fighting energy. So for 1 fighting energy, you can do Shell Attack, which is 20 damage. And then for a fighting and 2 normal, you can do Boulder Crush for 60 damage. So that's that. So let's see. Common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common. Energy. Yes, I did it right. Huzzah! So common, reverse hollow, rare. I try not to touch the surface of the rare card, so that way I don't spoil myself as to whether it's a GX or whatever. Alright, so this is going to be a common. It's going to be Riolu. Do you guys say Riolu or Riolu? I switch in between. It's a fighting type, 60 HP, and for 1 fighting energy you can do Kick for 20 damage. We got an uncommon here, and it is, Musharna. So I believe we got Muna in the last pack, so I think we've completed that evolutionary line. So that's a psychic type, 100 HP health. For 1 normal energy, you can do Rest Well. Both active Pokemon are now asleep. During your next turn, this Pokemon's attacks do 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's cool. So if you wake up, then before your opponent can wake up and attack you, you do 100 more damage. And then for 1 normal energy, Zen Headbutt for 50 damage. That's pretty nifty. I could see where that could be useful. Common. We've got a Fomantis, not Fomantis, just Fomantis. So it's a grass type, 70 HP. And for 1 normal energy, you can do Sweet Scent, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. And for 1 grass energy, you can do Leafage for 10 damage. Our next uncommon is, Dragonair. I love me some Dragonair. So, Dragon type, of course, 100 HP. For 1 normal energy, you can do Tail Whap for 20 damage. And then for a Water, Lightning, and 2 normal energy, you can do Destructive Whirlpool. It does 70 damage, and then discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So not only does it do damage, but it can get energies off. So that's nice. Our next common is Moraine. or Marini? How do y'all say it? Marini? Marini? Let me know in the comments below. Or the chat. So it's Psychic, 70 HP. And for 1 Psychic energy, you can do... Oh, that's a spoiler. You can do Peck for 10 damage. That's not a rare. Struggling. Okay, so I think this was Cryogonal. It is a common. So Cryogonal, water type, 90 HP. For 1 water energy, you can do Frozen Lock. Does 10 damage, and your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand during their next turn. So while the damage is crappy, this is super useful, I think, for like beginning of the game strategies, because you can essentially prevent your opponent from kind of searching through their deck, trying to find the cards that they need, getting their energies, things like that, via trainer cards. Because, or item cards, because they get prevented from doing that. So yeah, you're just doing chip damage, but you're limiting what they can do. So this was the reverse holo? Yes. So our reverse holo is Dynamo, which I haven't seen in a hot minute, so that's cool. It's 40 HP, electric of course, and for 1 electric energy you can play Generate Electricity. Search your deck for an electric energy and attach it to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. So no damage, but it does help you start stacking up energies for, I'm assuming, the you know, first or second stage. I can't remember if it's a 2-stage mon. I think it's a 2-stage. I spilled water, and I'm so glad that wasn't spilling onto, like, my cards. Dynamo. I think it's 2-stage, isn't it? Doesn't it become electric? Yeah, eel Pokemon. Yeah, it evolves into electric, which evolves into Electros. Cool, I got one. Alright, so let's check out our rare. My eyes are closed. Is it good? We got a GX on the second pack! Or a tag team GX! Yes! That's awesome! Heck yeah! Sorry if that clipped. I got so excited and I'm really close to the microphone. So we did end up getting the Rowlet and Alolan Executor tag team. And oops, I hit the microphone. I'm so sorry. This is number 1, so this is a $3.55 card. It's got 270 HP, grass type of course. I think it's just no energy, what that little circle means up there. For super growth, search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your grass Pokemon and put it onto that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon is now a Stage 1 Pokemon, search your deck for a Stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and put it onto the Pokemon to evolve it, then shuffle your deck. So, not only does this allow you to check your deck to see what is in your prize, like, area, if you know your deck list offhand, but you can essentially... Excuse me, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my body. You can essentially get all the way up to a Stage 2 without even having to wait for the draw. So that's really cool. The regular attack is 2 grass and 1 normal energy called Calming Hurricane for 150 damage, and you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon when you use it. So you're damaging, but you're also healing. The GX is 3 grass energy plus, and it's called Tropical Hour GX, 200 damage. If this Pokemon has at least 3 extra energy attached to it, in addition to the attack's cost, your Pokemon shuffles all energy from all of their Pokemon into their deck. So not only could you knock something out with that 200 damage, but if you put 6 energy onto this guy, you can essentially make all of your opponent's Pokemon energyless. And that's really useful, especially for like late game stuff when you really need their stuff to just stop attacking you and murdering you, you can just wipe the entire slate clean. That is really, really cool. How shiny are these if I put them there? Oh, not bad. I'm switching that then. I want my GX over here. Carefully. Eh. So yeah, we got our first GX tag team in the second pack. This is exciting. I pulled from this pile. Let's go over here. And that was a Garchomp Giratina cover pack as well. Oops. Well, that's a spoiler alert. Put that over there. We've got that and that. Common, uncommon, common. Uncommon, common. Energy. Oops. I keep hitting the microphone. I'm so sorry. Alright, so this is our rare. We'll start with our commons this time instead of going back and forth. So the first common that we've got is Cosmog. I kind of spoiled that when I was opening the pack wrong. Psychic type, 40 HP for 1 normal energy. You can do Splash for 10 damage. Put the common over there. Hopefully nothing like falls over. Alright, our next common is Magmar. I've already read that one, so I'm not going to read it again. Hi, will you show some codes, like the online codes? I'm going to have to say no for that one because I do play the online TCG as well, so I'd like to save those for when I'm doing my online TCG. So, sorry about that. Our next common is Cottony, fairy type, 60 HP. It's got one of those nice crocheted artworks here. And for 1 fairy energy, you could play Dust Gathering, and you draw a card. Nothing too fancy there. Next common is Snorunt. So, marked as a water type with 50 HP. For 1 water energy, you can do Icicle for 20 damage. And then we have a Tynamo, which I read earlier because we got a reverse holo Tynamo down here, so I won't read it again. But of course, if you're just joining the stream now and you want me to read any of these cards out loud that I've already been through, let me know and I'll take some time to read through all their information once more. Alright, our uncommons. We've got U-Turn Board. So it is an item card. The retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 1 energy less. If this card is discarded from play, put it into your hand instead of the discard pile. So that's pretty cool. It's a way that, like, if your opponent's trying to make you discard cards, you can go and you're like, oh, I'll discard this card, but then it just goes right back into your hand. Keep spilling water on the floor. Better the floor than the cards. Our next uncommon is an Algium, which I just saw somebody play this on a TCG stream I was watching earlier. So it's a Psychic 60 HP, and for 1 Psychic energy you can play Psybeam, which does 10 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. It's an uncommon, that's interesting. Our last uncommon is Tag Switch. So it is an item card. Move up to 2 energy from one of your tag team Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. Which can be super helpful, especially if you've got, say this Rowlet and Alolan Executor tag team, right? Their GX does extra things if you've got 6 energy attached to it, but you can only use a GX move once in battle. So once you've kind of like finish using that GX move, you can use something like Tag Switch to remove some of those energies and put them on something else so they don't go to waste. Alright, our reverse holo! Bum-ba-da-da! Ooh! A Thundurus! That looks really cool. I like that artwork. It's a 120 HP, electric type of course. And it's a uncommon, surprisingly. So, For 2 normal energy, you can do Thunderous Gale, which is a 20+ move. If Tornadus is on your bench, this attack does 50 more damage. So if you're pairing all the genies together in your deck, you can get more damage done by having one of them on the bench. In this case, Tornadus. And then for 2 electric and 1 normal energy, you could play Raging Thunder, which is 120 damage, and this attack does 40 damage to one of your bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance. So yeah, you can get a lot of damage off on your opponent, but something on your side's going to take some damage too. Which, depending on the mon, might not be a bad thing. Some Pokemon, which I think one of them was Tauros. If I was playing the online TCG and it was a basic deck. The Tauros, I believe, had a move where it did more damage if it had damage counters on it. So that might be something you could pair it with. And then our rare is an Obama Snow. Water type, 140 HP. For 1 water and 2 normal energy, you can do Quick Freeze. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any water energy attached to it, it is now paralyzed. That's pretty cool, especially if you're playing against like a Slowduck deck, which has the Psyduck Slowpoke tag team. Then for 2 water and 2 normal energy, you can play Wild Tackle for 140 damage. And this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself, which, considering it has 140 HP, that's not really that bad of a cost to have to spend to do 140 to something else. Oh, I did. One moment. Sorry about that. My headphones just stopped working, so I had to switch some stuff around. Okay, we are going to keep on keeping on here with our packs. Moving on to the next one. I think this is our fourth packs. 4 out of 36 for this booster box. Ooh. Alright. Common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, oh, uncommon, oh, common, energy, oop, common, reverse, rare. Okay. So our commons, we've got Poiple, Psychic type, 70 HP, and Ultra Beast, of course. For 1 colorless energy, you can do Belt for 10 damage. For Psychic and 2 colorless, you can do Last Seen, so it's a 50+ move. If each player has exactly 1 prize card remaining, this attack does 130 more damage. So very specific application. Useful if you can get it. Our next one is Snorunt, and I did read this one already, so I'm going to just put him down here. We've got a Drillbur, 70 HP. There's the nice art. Pardon me, fighting type, of course. And for a fighting and just a fighting energy. For 1 fighting energy, you can do Dig Claws for 20 damage. We've got a Dwebble as our next one, and that Dwebble is taking a nice gander at a Moltres out in the sky. Plant type, 20 HP. For 1 normal energy, Dig Claws, for only 10 damage though, as opposed to the Drillbur, which could do it for 20. Don't know why Dwebble got left out there, but alright. Our last common is Pidove, which I feel like doesn't get a whole lot of love. I do enjoy pigeons. So it's a normal type, 60 HP, and for 1 normal energy you can do Glide for 10 damage, and for 2 normal energy you can do Flap for 20. Moving on to our uncommons. We've got type null, which in the anime I was a little confused about how that was working because he looked like type null, but they kept referring to him as Silvally or Silvali, and then like I don't know, I want a spoiler alert or anything, but normal type 100 HP. For 1 normal energy you can do smash kick for 20 damage, and for 2 normal energy you can do quick blow. It is a 30 plus move, so flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. So that's pretty neat. Oops, I put my reverse hollow in the wrong pile. Tisk. Our next uncommon is Blizzard Town, so it is a stadium card. Pokemon with 40 HP or less remaining, both yours and your opponent's, can't attack. So that might be a really good thing to play late game when your opponent has got you on the ropes, you've got them on the ropes, you have a little bit more HP than they do, switch to stadium, and they're stuck without being able to attack unless if they can replace that stadium card, and then you can attack and take them out and win. Last uncommon is Why Not? Why not? It's got nice little yarn. Learning how to knit there. Psychic type 60 HP and its ability is Peppy Pick. Ugh. Sorry for anything that happened with my microphone by saying that. So Peppy Pick. Once during your turn before your attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into their deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So that would be nice to like kind of see what's in their hand, what's going to be coming, get rid of something that you might not want them to be able to use, like an item card or a support card. So our reverse hollow is Lucario. It looks like he's fighting the Garchomp and Giratina. Ooh, sorry for that clip. The Garchomp and the Giratina that are on the cover art for the packs. Somewhere. This one. This tag team. So it is a rare. So we get 2 rares in this pack, which I always enjoy. Fighting type, 120 HP. It has an ability and a move. So its ability is Tag Coach. Your tag team Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks after applying weakness and resistance. And then for a fighting and 2 normal energy, you can do Mock Cross for 90 damage. It's kind of hard to read with the hollow. So our rare, I'm going to close my eyes, lift it up. Is it good? Is it something good? Ooh, a Alolan Marowak. So 120 HP, Psychic. For apparently no energy, you can do Spirit Smash. I think that's supposed to be no energy. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. If the card you discard is a Pokemon, this attack does damage equal to that Pokemon's HP to your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's pretty cool, especially if you if they're about to draw a GX tag team, you can just completely obliterate something. Then for a Psychic and normal energy, you could do Bone Beatdown for 60 damage. So that is a rare. Alright, on to the next pack. We haven't done an Umbreon Darkrai. I almost said Jirachi and Giratina. No. An Umbreon Darkrai pack yet. And Umbreon, if you didn't know, is my favorite Pokemon of all time. I have probably about almost 15 to 20 pieces of Umbreon, like plushie slash figure slash merchandise, if not more. So, maybe we'll get something Umbreon related. Who knows? I don't. I do know that it is kind of hard to do this when there's a microphone stand in front of you. But you see, what had happened was, our energy card is a fire. I try not to touch the front of the rare so I don't get spoiled about whether or not it's a GX or a secret rare. On to the commons. We've got Honedge. 70 HP, psychic type for 1 normal energy. You can play Slashing Cutter for 10 damage. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. Interesting, indeed, indeed. Our next one is a Magnemite. 60 HP, an electric type. And then for 1 electric energy, you can play Supersonic. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. The next one is, ooh, a Fletchling. Look at how cute he is. I like that little art. It's like he's in the winter and it's snowing, but he's on the branch. There's a little bit of fire. Normal type, 60 HP, and for 1 normal energy, you can play Flap for 10 damage. Our next common is an Onix. Oops. Here is the art. 110 HP, fighting type in this card game. For 1 fighting energy, you can play Bedrock Press. So 20 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 20 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. So that's pretty neat. Our last common, ooh, is a Fletchinder. So we got the Fletchling and the Fletchinder. Maybe we'll get the Talonflame in this pack. So it does gain the fire type, 80 HP, and for 1 fire energy you can play Flame Charge, 20 damage, and search your deck for a fire energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. So of course that serves dual purpose. You get to get an energy, but you also get to see what's in your deck and what is in your prize if you know your deck list well. On to the uncommons. We've got Lapras, which I have already read, so I will put it in the pile. But again, if there are any uncommons or any cards that you would like to be read that I've already read, please let me know and I will reread them for you, within reason. Pokemaniac we did also already get, so I will put that guy down there. And our last uncommon is Type Null, which we did get in the last pack, so that can go down there. Our reverse holo is, ooh, a Bibarel. I like the stars. So 120 HP, normal type. It is an uncommon. Its ability is Unaware, so it's a little hard to read the holographic ones on the camera, so I'm going to just read it like this. Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to this Pokemon, so no secondary effects allowed. And then for 3 normal energy, you can play Amnesia for 60 damage. Choose one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks. That Pokemon can't use that attack during your opponent's next turn. So I'm assuming that that includes GX attacks, right? It seems unclear. Here's our rare. I'm not gonna look. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? I'm gonna look. It's a Drifblim. How cute. And there's a Raichu and a Alolan Raichu chilling in the background with it. I love the art of these cards, man. It's so pretty. So a Psychic type, 100 HP. Its ability is Tag Transport. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may switch your active tag team Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. That's awesome, because then if you have a tag team guy out, and you want to kind of save him because you know something big is coming, you can switch him out without having to pay for the retreat cost. And then for 3 normal energy, you can do Spinning Attack for 70 damage. Neat! Let's do another Umbreon one. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. This is my first stream in a while and it feels good to be back. Alright. Common. Uncommon. Common. uncommon, common, uncommon, common, energy, and then common, reverse, rare. So let's take a look at our commons real quick. We've got a Gibble, and I believe that's another one of the little crocheted arts. It is a fighting type, well, in this 60 HP, and for 1 fighting energy you can do Stampede for 10 damage, and for a fighting and a normal you can do Headbutt Bounce for 30. The next one is a Seawaddle. Aw. I feel like you don't see Seawaddle all that often. Why you no focus? Come on, camera. You're supposed to be better at focusing than my other camera. Why you do this to me? Ah! Well, I guess you can see it from this distance too. It's 50 HP. The ability is Swaddling Leaves. So, this Pokemon takes 10 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. And then for 1 grass energy, you can do Surprise Attack for 20 damage. And you flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. Dun dun dun. Alright, our next common is a Bidoof. So we've got the Bibarel, now we've got the Bidoof. Looks like he's building a dam, and there's a little citrus berry floating in there. Normal type, 70 HP for 1 normal energy. You can tackle for 10 damage. And for 3 normal energy, you can do Hyper Fang, 60 damage, and flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. The next common is a Skorupi, which I've recently grown to love Skorupi and Drapion after Pokemon Go, like when they came out in Pokemon Go. So Psychic type, 70 HP, 2 normal energy for knockoff, and discard a random card from your opponent's hand. 3 normal type energies for Bug Bite, which does 40 damage. And our last common is a Wimpod, which I also really like. 70 HP, water type, and for 1 water energy you can do Sand Attack. So it does 10 damage, and if the defending Pokemon tries to attack during your opponent's next turn, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that attack does nothing. So instead of your attack doing nothing on the tails, their attack does nothing. They get blinded by the sand. Oof. Now for the uncommons, we've got Dedenne, which it seems as though it's taken on a different role than when it used to be Dedenne GX. Stay Hydrated bot is letting me know that I should have had at least 4 ounces of water. And I've had about 8 ounces of water. I'm gonna drink some more though. So, Dedenne, Fairy type, 70 HP, and for 1 normal energy you can do Return for 20 damage, and you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. So if you have only 1 card, you can get 5 more. And other basic math denominations. The next uncommon is, Electric. So that is the stage 1, because Tynamo is basic and Electros is stage 2. So Electric type, 90 HP, and for 1 electric energy you can play Over Spark, which is a 30 times move. So in this part, discard all electric energy from this Pokemon, and this attack does 30 damage for each card you discarded in this way. Which is useful because I believe Tynamo's ability allows you to stack electric energies. So that's neat. Ooh, and our last one is one that I've seen commonly in the decks that have been played at Worlds. Reset Stamp, item card. Your opponent shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a card for each of their remaining prize cards. So if they're really beating you, you can reduce them down to just 1 card in their hand. And then they better watch out. They better watch out. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Alright, our reverse holo is a Wynot, which I've already read. It is an uncommon. We're going to put it in the pile. Alright, my eyes are closed for the GX. Or, I should say the rare. I shouldn't assume it's a GX. If it is a GX, though, I am gonna be blown out of my mind. It's not. It is a Terrakion. Ooh, it's a holo, though. Woo, 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 woo. So it's a fighting type, 140 HP. I'm gonna put the art a little closer because it's really pretty. It reminds me of like Simba or Mufasa looking out to the Pride Lands on Pride Rock. For a fighting and 2 normal energy, you can play Cavern Counter for 50 plus damage. If all of your bench Pokemon have at least 1 damage counter on them, this attack does 150 more damage. So it's base 50, you can do 150 more damage if all of your Pokemon have a damage counter, which you could have just 1 Pokemon on your bench with a damage counter and then BAM! All of the power. And then for 2 fighting and 2 normal energy, Boulder Crush, which does 110 damage. Doop 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 doop. Yeah. Whoosh. Alrighty, we've got common and uncommon and common and uncommon and common and uncommon and common and energy. Ooh, our first fairy energy. So this is common, holo, and rare. Alright, our commons are Riolu, which I have already read. Whoosh. Ooh, we have not gotten a Meditite yet. It's doing yoga. That's cute. Fighting type, 60 health. And for 1 fighting energy, you can play Spirited Headbutt for 40 damage. This Pokemon can't use Spirited Headbutt on your next turn. So it's almost like a charge move, like Hyper Beam. You do it once and then you gotta wait, but it only does 40 damage as opposed to Hyper Beam, which does much, much more. We've got Drifloon. Oh, that's really cute artwork. A little rainbow on the back. I'm enjoying all of the rainbows in this deck, or in this series so far. So now we do have the complete evolution because we got Drifloon earlier. Drifblim. I can't speak. So Psychic type, 70 HP, and for 1 colorless energy, you can do Ram for 10 damage. We've got Shroomish, which seems to always look the same no matter what art or application it is. 60 HP grass type, and for 1 grass energy, you can play Poison Powder and poison your opponent's active Pokemon. The last common is a Slakoth, taking a nice nap on a berry tree. So it's normal type, 70 HP with 2 attacks. 2 normal energy for Scratch for 30 damage, and then 3 normal energy for Boundless Power. 60 damage, and this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. I'm sensing a theme here. Do you sense the theme? I sense the theme. Okay, the next one is... Oh, that's upside down. Our uncommon. We've got Pokemon Research Lab, which is a stadium card. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for up to 2 Pokemon that evolved from identified fossil, put both of those Pokemon onto their bench, and shuffle their deck. If a player searches their deck in this way, their turn ends. So that's nifty if you have a lot of fossils sitting around, but you can't seem to get the evolutions for them. We've got Komala as an uncommon, so it's a normal type, 90 HP. It has an ability and a move. So 1 normal energy, Snooze. This Pokemon is now asleep. And then the ability is called Drowsing. If this Pokemon remains asleep between turns, put 6 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's cool. You could put it to sleep, and if it doesn't wake up on the next turn, your opponent gets damaged. Our last uncommon is Mesprit, Psychic type, 60 HP. For 1 Psychic energy, you can do First Contact, search your deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. And then for 1 psychic energy, you can do Mumble for 20 damage. Our reverse holo, bum-ba-da-da, is upside down. Ooh, it's a Dragonite! Pew 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 pew! So it is a rare, so we do get 2 rares in this pack, which is always enjoyable. It's a Dragon type, 160 HP. It has an ability and a move. So its move is Dragon Impact for a Water, Electric, and 2 normal energy for 170 damage, and then you discard 3 energy from this Pokemon. Pardon me. The ability is Hurricane Charge. Once during your turn before you attack, you may attach a water energy, an electric energy, or one of each from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. So that's cool. You can just stack up all the energy that you want to put on your Pokemon without having to like be restricted to just 1 a turn. Alright, this is our rare. I'm gonna make sure it's not upside down. What is it? Ooh, a Zydoge. Zygarde 10%. It's a fighting type in this game. 90 HP. It has an ability and a move. So its ability is Cellular Companions. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your Zygarde and Zygarde GX attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. And then for 1 fighting energy, you can do Boost Fang for 20 damage. Attach a fighting energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So you can do damage and you can recover some of your lost energy. See if we can get through this pack, or this stack. Blah, here. We have about an hour left in the stream. So of course if I don't finish opening all of the packs in an hour, then I will continue either later tonight or tomorrow. Ugh. My nails keep getting stuck to things. That's what happens when you buy nail polish at the dollar store and then don't let it dry all the way. Okay. Common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common. Energy. Heck yeah. Then common, reverse holo, rare. Alrighty, let's check out our commons. We've got Boo Pidove. My face is itchy. We've got Poipo. Same one as before. We've got, I'm dropping it. Ooh, a Numel. It's a new one. Fire type, 90 HP. 1 colorless energy for Tackle for 10 damage. A fire and 3 colorless for Flamethrower. 80 damage, and discard an energy from this Pokemon. And it has a retreat cost of 4. Interesting. We've got an Axew, a nice little dragon boy. Dragon type, 60 HP. He's getting to nomming on some berries. Going after him. Ability Unnerve. Whenever your opponent plays an item or a supporter card from their hand, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So useful more for Pokemon item cards that affect other Pokemon, like the opponent's active Pokemon. So say if you like have a card that switches your opponent's active Pokemon with like one from their bench, Unnerve would prevent that from happening. And then for a fire and steel type energy, they can do Gnaw for 20 damage. I'm gonna do this. That's a little bit better. And then our last common is a Finneon. What if that's spoilers to confirm that Finneon's in the game? Water type, 50 HP. By the game I mean Sword and Shield. 1 normal energy gust for 10 damage. Let's look at our uncommons. Bam! Ugh, I don't like Jinx. Jinx, psychic type, 80 HP. It has an ability and a move, so the ability is Ominous Posture. Once during your turn before your attack, you may move one damage counter from one of your Pokemon to another one of your Pokemon. Okay, so you can move you can move damage around. Then for a Psychic and Normal Energy, attract Smack. 30 damage, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. So you attract them so hard through a smack, not a snack, through a smack that they can't move. Ooh, Yanmega. I really like, again, one of the random Pokemon that I started really enjoying after it came out in Pokemon Go. Even though I don't have one in Pokemon Go yet, I want one. It's a grass type, 120 HP. For 2 colorless energy, you can do Tackle for 50 damage, and for 3, you can do Air Slash, 100 damage, and discard an energy from this Pokemon. Our last uncommon is an Audino. Normal type, 90 HP, taking a nice stroll on the beach. It has an ability called Hearing. So once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, you may draw a card. And then for 2 normal energy, you can do Drain Slap for 30 damage, and you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Hello, and no, I am not going to be doing what you asked me to in the chat. Thanks for stopping by and asking awkward questions. Our reverse holo card is going to be a Giant Hearth. So it is a stadium card. It's considered an uncommon card. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a card from their hand. If they do, that player searches their deck for up to 2 fire energy cards, reveals them, and puts them into their hand. Then, that player shuffles their deck. So that could be useful for, just trying to stack up your fire energy. Get ready to charge up a Pokemon. So our rare, not gonna look. Is it good? Is it bad? What is it? It's an Executor. 140 HP, Psychic type. For 1 normal energy, you could play Mind Bend. It does 30 damage and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. And then for 2 Psychic energy and 1 normal energy, you can play Full Clean, which does 180 damage and discard your hand. So you do a lot of damage with that move, but you also lose all of your cards. But if you don't have a hand or you only have 1 card, it's not as bad. And Carmen, unfortunately, I do use the online codes for when I play the online TCG. So I'm not really giving away any of the online codes, but I appreciate you stopping by the stream. Oh, so my nail polish came off. That's sad. Okay, so we're gonna put this over here. Got common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, energy. Dark energy this time. I think this is my first dark energy so far. Let's see if I can't stack it a little neater. So that's a common, reverse holo, and rare. So we'll take a look at the commons first. Any ones that I haven't gotten so far, I read out loud, and if there's any you want me to reread, let me know. We get a Noibat, and I have not gotten this one before. I really like that art. Let me move my hand out of the way so you can see it. It's really cute. He's just kind of like in the moon in a cavern. It's a dragon type, of course, 60 HP. And for a Psychic and Dark energy, you can do Air Slash for 50 damage. Discard an energy from this Pokemon when you use Air Slash. Oops, this is a reverse holo, so that goes over here. Our next common is a Sneasel, which I also have not gotten yet. Dark type, 70 HP. I'm sensing a theme. A lot of dark types in this, or dark related Pokemon and energies. Whew! For a dark and normal energy, Slash for 30 damage. The next common is a Salandit, another one that we don't have yet. So that's 200. Where am I getting 200 from? Psychic type, 70 HP. For 1 psychic energy, you can do Suffocating Gas for 10 damage, and for a psychic and normal, you can do Gnaw for 30 damage. Our next common is a Bound Sweet, definitely featured in the Sun and Moon anime. Grass type, 60 HP. For 1 grass energy, you can play Splash for 10 damage. For 2 normal energy, you can do Spinning Attack for 20 damage. And our last common, is a little Joltik, and he's looking at another Joltik, and they're really cute looking. They're so cute! Electric type, 40 HP. For 1 normal energy, you can play Jolt. So flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Onto the uncommons. We've got a Bug Catcher, which is a Porter card. Draw 2 cards, flip a coin. If heads, draw 2 more cards. Neat. Our next is a Giant Bomb, which is an item card. It's got a lot of words. It's a Pokemon Tool card. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard it at the end of your opponent's turn. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and takes 180 or more damage from an opponent's attack, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 10 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. That's pretty cool. So if you are anticipating like your opponent using a GX move, you can essentially throw this giant bomb on your Pokemon. They can try and blow you away, but they're taking 100 damage at the same time. That's pretty cool. I haven't really like heard of it being used in some of these other decks, but I missed some of the Pokemon World streams, so. And our last uncommon is Lurantis. Grass type, 110 HP. For 1 colorless energy, you can do Petal Blizzard. This attack does 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. And then for 1 grass energy, you can play Soul Slice or Sun Slice. 50 plus. If this Pokemon has any fire energy attached to it, this attack does 50 more damage. So really you only need 1 grass and 1 fire energy on this guy to do 100 damage worth move. And he's only an uncommon. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna adjust my chair here. Our reverse holo is going to be a Drillbur, which we have already read and discussed. It's 1 entire move. Our rare, my eyes are closed. Let's see what it is. It's a Camerupt, which we don't have yet, so that's cool. It's a fire type, 140 HP. For 2 normal energy, you can do Tackle for 50 damage. For a fire and 3 normal energy, you can do Strong Flare. It deals 150 damage, and you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon when you use it. Alright, so here's the last pack in this random stack that we had. Alright, we've got common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, energy. It's electric energy this time. We've got our common, reverse holo, rare. So our commons, we've got Alolan Grimer. We haven't gotten this guy yet. Dark type, 80 HP. For no energy, you do collect, draw 2 cards. For 3 colorless, you can do Sludge Bomb for 30 damage. We've got Hoot Hoot, and Hoot Hoot is observing a beautiful Zapdos flying in the storm here. He looks a little worried. With all the lightning. Makes sense. It's a normal type, 60 HP. For 2 energy, you can do Air Slash for 30 damage. And you discard an energy from the Pokemon? Like from this Pokemon, not your opponent's Pokemon. Carablast. Grass type. 70 HP for 1 normal energy. Take down 20 damage, and this Pokemon does 10 damage to themselves. We've got Honedge, which I think this is a different art. It is. It's a different Honedge. So, Psychic type, 50 HP, 1 normal energy, Lucky Find. Search your deck for an item card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. For 1 Psychic energy, Pierce for 20 damage. And the last one is Pikachu, different art this time, so a different Pikachu chilling with some mushrooms and the moon and other Orby things. Electric type, 70 HP for 1 normal energy, Tail Whap, 10 damage. For an electric and 2 normal, Electric Ball for 50 damage. Our uncommons, we've got Caracosta, which we haven't gotten before. Stage 2 from Tirtuga. Water type, 160 HP. Its ability is Ancient Custom. So, oops, sorry, that was way off the camera. Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's Pokemon have no effect. And then for a fighting and 2 normal type damage or energy, Aqua Impacts, it does 80 damage plus. So this attack does 20 more damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon retreat cost. So I think the highest retreat cost I've seen so far is like 4. So you can essentially do 160 damage with Aqua Impact if you're attacking the right Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. Our next uncommon is a Noctowl. So now we have the Hoot Hoot and the Noctowl. Normal type, 90 HP. For 2 normal energy, both moves. The first is Blindside. This attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. So it can be any Pokemon. That's pretty cool. It could be on the bench. Then the other one is Slashing Claw for 60 damage. The last uncommon is, Misty's Favor. So I think we mentioned this card earlier. It's a supporter card. Search your deck for up to 3 supporter cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So a lot of the competitive decks run multiple supporter cards, so that's super nifty to get the cards that you need to make the plays or find the energies or the Pokemon that you need to use to win the game, essentially. Our reverse hollow. Bum bum bum. Weakness Guard Energy. It's a special energy. It's an uncommon. This card provides normal energy or colorless energy, and the Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. So that's pretty cool. You get a basic energy, but you also get protection from your Pokemon's weaknesses because it turns out to not have one. So that's pretty cool. Alright, this is our rare. What's it gonna be? An Escavalier. So now we have the full evolutionary line. It's a Steel type. There we go, 130 HP. For 1 Steel energy, you can do Discerning Spear for 80 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon has no damage counters on it. I can't read. If your opponent's active Pokemon has no damage counters on it before this attack does damage, this attack does nothing. So you can't use this as a starting attack. They have to have some damage done to them first. And then for a steel and 2 normal type, you can do Iron Lance for 90 damage. So Escavalier was our rare. We're getting cards we don't have, so that's nice. It'd be nice to get some like cooler rare cards, but at the same time I should be grateful. We have already gotten at least 1 Tag Team GX. So, and it was I think only our 2nd or 3rd pack that we've opened in this booster, and we definitely still have many more packs to open. So let's see what we get. We've got a common and an uncommon and a common and an uncommon and a common and an uncommon and a common and a energy. And then a common reverse holo rare. We've got about 40 minutes left in this stream before I have to go eat food. So let's see what we can get through. Our commons. Onyx, which I've already read through. Fletchender. Snover's a new one. Let me switch hands here. So Snover, water type. Oh, look at how happy he is. It looks like there's like an Aurora Veil or just a regular, like, Borealy Northern Lights in the background. Pardon me. So it's water type, 90 HP, and for 1 water energy, you can do Powder Snow. It does 10 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. We've got Murkrow. We haven't gotten Murkrow yet. For a second I thought he was in a wrestling ring, and then when the picture kind of refocused, it showed that he was not in a wrestling ring. He's on a street light in a city. Dark type, 70 HP. For 1 normal energy, you could do Peck for 10 damage. Our last common is an Execute. So 50 HP, Psychic type. For 1 normal energy, you can do Leech Seed. It does 10 damage, and it heals 10 damage from this Pokemon. Alright, the uncommons. Musharna, which we have already covered. This is called Dark City. It's a stadium card. So basic dark Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's have no retreat cost. So that's nifty if you're running a deck with a lot of dark boys. And then our last one is a Breloom, so now we have the full evolutionary line. So fighting, 120 HP. For 1 grass energy, you can do Spore. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. And for 1 grass energy, you can do Pre-Dawn Strike. 30 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is asleep, this attack does 90 more damage. So that's cool. If you put it to sleep and it doesn't succeed, it's like coin flip on their turn and it doesn't retreat or anything else, then you can attack it for 120 damage instead of just 30. Our reverse holo is a Munna, which we've already been through, but I will still show the art. Oh wait, no, this is a different Munna, isn't it? Nope, it's not. Never mind. It's the same Munna. Munna, 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 Munna. And this is our rare. Let's see what it is. Whoosh. Oh! Whoa! It's a secret. We got. Oh! Yo! We got a secret rare Heatran. Look at this beautiful, beautiful creature. Remind me never to drink water before I pull my rare ever again. Holy cow, Heatran GX Secret Rare. Fire type, 190 HP. Its ability is Burning Road. Once during your turn when this Pokemon moves from your bench to become your active Pokemon, you may move any number of fire energy from your other Pokemon to it. So that's cool. If you are switching it into your active Pokemon, it can collect fire energy from your other Pokemon. For 2 fire and a normal energy, Steaming Stomp for 130 damage, and its GX move is it's 1 fire energy hot burn GX for 50 times. Hello, Baluda. Thank you for the compliment on the nice stream. You just came in time to see us pull a secret rare Heatran GX. So its GX move is Hot Burn. This attack does 50 damage times the amount of fire energy attached to this Pokemon. So it's useful because its ability allows you to attach fire energy to it when it moves from its bench to your from your bench to the active Pokemon slot. So you can just load this up and do a whole bunch of damage because it's 50 per fire energy attached. So that is... I was just saying like, oh, well, we've only gotten 1 GX so far. And then the forces that be blessed us. Let's see, that one is... I scrolled too far. That is a $6.80 card that we just pulled. And we're up to 2 GXs after... how many packs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 packs. So we're almost halfway through this box. 36 packs? Or is it 32 packs? It's one of those 30 numbers. Yeah, that's awesome. I remember when I first started getting into Pokemon cards again this winter for Christmas. And I had gotten like a Tapu like Guardian box thing that came with like pins and Jumbo Tapu Fini and some packs. And the first pack I opened was from Forbidden Light, and I got the secret rare Greninja, the rainbow one. And ever since I've just been like collecting Pokemon cards again. So yeah, they knew how to hook me. This is the not the common. The energy. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let's take a look at our commons. Purloin, which I've already read. But of course, if you're just coming into this stream now and there's any cards you want me to read, let me know and I will. Magmar, we've already looked at. Tynamo, we've already looked at. Wait, is this a different... This is a different one, actually. Different art. 30 HP electric type for 1 normal energy. Wild River. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. Cosmog, which I feel like is different art, but maybe not. And then Salandit. This one is different because our other Salandit was a psychic type. So this one's a fire type, looking all devious as they do. 70 HP. Fire energy and live cold does 10 damage. Do you also show code cards? I play TCG Online, would be fantastic. I also play the TCG Online, so I tend to save those codes to open the packs on stream, so sorry to disappoint. But I don't show the code cards because I like to use them when I go to play the online TCG as well. Sorry. Well, thank you for being cool about it. The last few people who asked just kind of left, I think, afterwards, so I appreciate it. Our uncommons are Munchlax, looking at a big oranberry tree. Normal type, 60 HP. Its ability is Snack Search. So once during your turn before your attack, you may flip a coin. If heads, put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So it's definitely useful to reclaim something from your discard pile if you're good at coin flips. I'm not good at coin flips, so I try to reduce the number of times I have to rely on a coin flip for something. So here we've got a Fracture. So we have the Axew. Now we've got the Fracture. All we need is the Haxorus. So it's a Dragon type, 90 HP. For 2 normal energy, Guard Press does 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. And then for a Fire, Steel, and normal energy, Guillotine does 70 damage. Our last uncommon is a Basculin. Oops, sorry, I hit the microphone again. Water type, 80 damage. It is the green Basculin, if anyone has a preference. It has 2 moves, both requiring 1 colorless energy. Tackle for 20 damage, and then Swarming Bites. This attack does 20 damage for each Basculin you have in play to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. I love, like, the ones that let you attack benched Pokemon, because you can just kind of knock things out in the back and not have to worry as much about the stuff in the front if you wanted to get an easy prize card. Okay, our reverse holo is a Wimpod, which we have read before. I do enjoy Wimpod. Goes in the reverse holo. And our rare, what is it? Is it good? What's it gonna be? I'm not gonna look. I looked. It's Unfezant. Normal type, 140 HP. For 1 normal energy, Gust for 40 damage. For 3 normal energy, Downburst, 90 damage. You may have each player shuffle all cards attached to their active Pokemon into their deck. Ooh, that's a clean sweep. That can certainly be helpful for I cannot speak today. If you're facing a GX that's just completely loaded up with energies or other items or whatnot, you throw the Unfezant in, do a good amount of damage, 90 damage, ain't chump change, but then you can also just clear the board, make that GX guy a little less powerful, save the rest of your team potentially. There we go. I struggle bus with everything involved in the last like 25 seconds of existence. The speaking, the opening, everything. Okay. Got about half an hour left. This is the energy. Alrighty, let's look at our commons. We've got Slack Off. It is a different one though. He's in a different tree this time, guys. A different tree. Normal type, 50 HP. For 1 normal energy, Lazy Howl. During your opponent's next turn, if they attach an energy card from their hand to the defending Pokemon, their turn ends. Wow. So if they try to put any energy on their active Pokemon, their turn is done. They don't even get to attack. And then 2 normal energy, Hang Down does 20 damage. We've got a Fungus. So Fungus, grass type, 40 HP. For 1 normal energy, Spore. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Oops. I apologize for keep hitting the microphone stand. This is my first time doing this with the microphone stand and not just a microphone in front of me. We did get that Haunage already. And we did get that Magnemite already. And we did get this Fletchling, but it's still very cute. I love birds. Okay, let's take a look at our uncommons here. We've got, ooh, Lampent. This is a new one. I like the art. It seems to be like one of those clay ones. Maybe it's too close. There we go. Fire type, 80 HP. For 1 fire energy, Fireworks. 40 damage and discard an energy from this Pokemon. We've got Archon. Evolves from a fossil. Fighting type, 80 HP. For 1 normal energy, Endeavor, 20 plus. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 20 more damage for each heads. And our last uncommon is a Why Not. Oops, which we've already gotten before. Our reverse holo, ooh, is an Archaeops. So now we just need the fossil, and we'll have had the whole evolutionary line. So Archaeops, oops, that does get in the camera a little bit. Let's put that back. Fighting 130 HP. It is a rare, so we do get 2 rares in this pack. Dun 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 dun. For 1 normal energy each move. U-turn does 40 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. And then Hyper Beam, 80 damage. Discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So that's cool. Instead of you getting all delayed and messed up, they lose an energy instead. Ha 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 ha. Alright, and our rare, I'm not gonna look. Is it good? Oops, you can't see it. Ooh, it's a Celebi. Shout out to Cerebi.net and Joe. Is his name Joe? I think it is. Look at that holo. It's so pretty. It's a grass type, 80 HP. 1 grass energy for each move. Time Spiral. Devolve one of your opponent's Pokemon, one of your opponent's evolved Pokemon by removing the highest stage evolution card from it. Your opponent then shuffles that card into their deck. That's wicked. That's evil. Especially if they've been waiting that whole time to get that stage 2, and you're just like, nah. And then Mind Bend does 20 damage and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. That's a pretty cool rare. I can't say that I'm upset. Also, I like Celebi. Who doesn't love a good fairy onion? I certainly love a good fairy onion. We might be able to get halfway through this box by the time I have to stop. So I believe there are 36, so halfway is 18. And I think we've been through 13 or 14 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is our 14th pack here. 4 more and we're halfway through. Let's get some sorting. Common, uncommon, common, uncommon, common, energy. Common. So let's do it this way. I'm gonna try something new. Alright. Here are the commons. Dwebble, which we have seen. Pidove. Munna. Pikachu. Lickitung. I also like that they're kind of like focusing on mons that we don't really like focus on a whole bunch, like Pidove and Tynamo. So this is a new one. It's a supporter card. Blues Tactics. And it says, at the end of this turn, draw cards until you have 8 cards in your hand. Wow, that's a lot of cards. Thanks, Blue. Your support is appreciated. Ooh, Azelf. We don't have Azelf yet. We have Mesprit. So now we almost have all of the Lake Guardians. It's a Psychic type. 70 HP for 1 normal energy Psi Power. Put 3 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So another one that can like target bench boys. If they're like, oh, I'm almost gonna be knocked out, I'll retreat to prevent you from getting a prize card. Nuh-uh-uh. Azelf says no. So Channeler, this is a new uncommon as well. It is a supporter card. So it says, remove all effects of attacks on you and each of your Pokemon. That's nifty if your opponent has some like not great negative effects going on. So our reverse holo is Onyx. It is a common. I'm going to look away. Let's see what the rare is. I'm not looking. I'm going to look up in 3, 2, 1. It's a Steelix. So we do now have the full evolutionary line. It's a fighting type in this, 170 HP. It has 2 moves. Ground Stream. For 1 fighting energy, it does 20 damage. Attach 2 fighting energy cards from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And then, ooh, okay. This move is called Gigaton Shake. It does 220 damage, and it requires 1 fighting energy and at least 4 colorless energy. And then during your next turn, your Pokemon can't attack when you use this attack. This includes Pokemon that come into play on that turn. So that almost seems like the true Hyper Beam, where it's so strong, requires so much energy that your Pokemon can't even attack the next turn. That is power. That's like Pokemon tag team levels of power, but in a Steelix. That's not even like a GX Steelix, it's just a Steelix. Okay, this is pack number 15, so 1 more after that, and we are halfway there. So we've got common and an uncommon and a common and an uncommon and a common and an uncommon and a common and an energy. And then common. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, let's take a look at these commons. We've got a Salandit, which we've already done before. Scraggy, that's a new one. Looks like he's behind some sort of bursting light beam. It's a dark type, 70 HP. For 1 normal energy, Swagger. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And then for a dark and 2 normal energy, Whap down for 50 damage. We have another Tynamo here. Cubone, which we did cover earlier as a reverse holo. Ooh, Druddigon, that's a new one. It's a common. 120 HP, dragon type. For 2 normal energy, drag off. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. This attack does dirty, oh my goodness, 30 damage to the new active Pokemon. And then for a fire, water, and normal energy, Dragon Tail 100 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 100 damage for each heads. So if you are good at coin flips, that is the Mon for you. On to the uncommons, we have Chandler. We have Doublade, which is a new one for us. So it's a Psychic type, 90 HP for 1 normal energy, Slashing Cutter, 30 damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. Ooh, and we do get another new one, Steamy. Cute little Steamy. It's a Grass type, 90 HP, Double Slap, 2 normal energy, 30 times. Flip 2 coins, this attack does 30 damage for each heads. And then for a Grass and 2 normal, Leaf Step does 60 damage. Ooh! So we just got the rare Celebi, and now we have a reverse holo Celebi. So that's a rare reverse holo, so we do get 2 rares in this pack. The moves are the same, but of course, holo is different. Alright, and this is our rare. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna drink some water. I know I said I wasn't going to do that, but I'm so thirsty. I'm going to look in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, a Salazzle, so we don't have this one yet. It's a Psychic type, 110 HP. For 1 Psychic Energy, Smack for 40 damage. And then a Psychic and 2 normal, Slashing Claw for 90. So nothing too fancy there. Oops, I put the reverse holo in the wrong pile again. Silly me. It has its own pile. Haha. Okay. Which one am I feeling? I think I'm feeling this Umbreon one over here. Let's see what Umbreon has to bring for us. The cute little baby. Cute, cute, cute baby. Ugh. Cute little baby. Umbreon is so cute. Umbreon is so cute. Okay, I will stop singing now. I got distracted. Eh. This should be our energy. Yep. Alrighty, let's see what we've got. We've got a Tynamo, a Cubone, a Druddigon, a Shroomish, a Drifloon, Lampent, Blues Tactics. Ooh, Relicanth. That's a new one. Fighting type. 90 HP. For 1 normal energy, you can do Deep Sea Boring. I hope they mean, like, not interesting boring and not, like, removing parts of the sea with a drill. Search your deck for a trainer card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. And then for 2 normal energy, Water Pulse, 30 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. So that's a new uncommon for us. Our reverse holo is an Araquanid, which I personally love this Pokemon. So water type, 100 HP. It is a rare, so we do get 2 rares in this pack. Woohoo! For 1 normal energy, Tangle Drag. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active Pokemon. And then for... Pardon me. For 1 water and 2 normal energy, Sticky Web. It does 80 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks cost 1 energy more, and its retreat cost is 1 energy more. So that's cool. It, like, will essentially make both your attacks and your retreat cost more. Alright, so I'm not gonna look. Is it a good one? I'll look in 3, 2, 1. Yes! We got another GX! We got this beautiful baby boy, Dragonite GX. It's not like a special art or anything, but it is a beautiful baby boy GX. It's a dragon type, of course. 250 HP. For a water, electric, normal energy, Dragon Claw does 130 damage. For 5 normal energy, Sky Judgment. It does 270 damage. Discard 3 energy from this Pokemon when you use the attack. And then our final is 1 normal energy, Mock Delivery GX. You may discard any number of cards from your hand until you have 9 or fewer. Draw cards until you have 10 cards in your hand. So I wonder if, like, you have to discard... Well, it says discard any number of cards. Does that mean you don't have to discard, or you have to discard at least 1? It seems like you'd have to discard at least 1. But either way, we did get another GX. We're about halfway through this box. I've got about 15 minutes left in the stream. I am going to look to see what that card is worth on TCG Player. And that is a $2.60 card. So that is awesome. We've gotten 3 GXs so far, and I'm going to drink more water. You know, it's very rare that Umbreon lets me down. Because that one came from an Umbreon pack. Alright. Let's see what Deoxys and Espeon have to offer. We're gonna put that over there. We're gonna do this and that and this and that and this and that and this and that and then an energy card. SpongeBob reference. Don't mind me. Okay. Oh, my face. Oops, I hit the microphone stand. I'm sorry for anyone wearing headphones. Okay, we've got a Skorupi. Oh, yeah. Can you focus, camera? Thank you. We've got a Wimpod. We've got a Slack Off. We've got a Salandit. Did we get the other Salandit in this? No, it was a Skorupi. I have good short-term memory. A Bound Sweet. Got a Dragonair. I think this is a different Dragonair. So this one is a Dragon type, of course. 90 HP. For 1 electric and 1 water energy, you can do Twister. Which does 30 damage. Flip 2 coins. For each heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. If both of them are tails, this attack does nothing. Big oof if you're bad at coin flips. So we've got a Thundurus, which we did get earlier as a reverse holo. Recycle energy, this is new. It's a support energy. This card provides 1 normal energy. If this card is discarded from play, put it into your hand instead of the discard pile. Excellent. Our reverse holo is a Dedenne, which we have gone over earlier. The art is still really cute though. Alright. I'm not gonna look. Is the rare good? I don't know. Don't know if I'm feeling this one. I'll look in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh! So we did get an Aegislash, but I love the holographic. Look at that rainbow. That is really pretty. Psychic type, 130 HP. The ability is Durable Blade. If this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put it into your hand instead of the discard pile. Discard all cards attached to it. So if you've got a bunch of like Doublades on deck in your bench, and this Pokemon is knocked out from an opponent's attack, then you can just throw it in your hand and evolve one of your Doublades. And then for 1 normal energy, this move is called Trash Slash. 10 times. This attack does 10 times, or does 10 damage. I guess it could be 10 times too. It does 10 damage for each item card in your discard pile. You can't do more than 130 damage this way. So that's pretty neat. I really like that card. And its holographic is just really pretty. And that's definitely very useful for like some good endgame work. If you've got a lot of cards in your discard pile, of course it does have the limitation that you can only get up to 130 damage. But either way, that's not chump change in the slightest, especially if you've already like weakened something. I just pulled the film off. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whoa, 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 whoa. Luckily, my garbage can is right next to my desk. Okay. Do 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 do. Energy. Doop 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 doop. Okay, let's see what we've got as our commons. We've got a Cryogonal. Ooh, a Litwick. This is a new one. I really like the art of the Litwick with all the different candles. Fire type, 60 HP. For 1 fire energy, find a friend. Instead of phone a friend, find a friend. Search your deck for a fire Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Looking at you, Reshiram decks. Drillbur. Slack off. Fungus. Oops. Stay in the pile. We've got a why not. Oops, I hit the pile. Blizzard Town, which we did cover earlier. Ooh. Flinium Z Air Slash. The S words are not my friend today. It's an item card. And I'm going to flip this around to read it. It's a Pokemon tool card. If the Pokemon this card is attached to has the Air Slash attack, it can use the GX attack on this card. You still need the necessary energy to use this attack. So this does require 4 colorless energy. It's called Speeding Sky Strike GX. It does a base of 180 damage. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon during your opponent's next move. So you can essentially take a Pokemon that has Air Slash, like some of these commons had Air Slash. You can take that and be like, alright, here's a Z move. You can do a GX move now that's 180 damage. And not only that, but any attack that your opponent tries to do to me next turn is negated. And that is really, really cool in my opinion. I wonder if this is the first like Z move card or if I just have completely missed all of the other ones, but that's really cool. Alrighty. Oh, that's a spoiler. But our reverse holo is Tapu Koko. I love Tapu Koko. It is one of my favorite Pokemon. Probably number 3, just behind Umbreon and Xerneas. This is a rare, so we got 2 rares in this pack. Yeah, we got 2 rares in this pack. It's an electric type, of course. Well, I guess it could be fairy too. 120 HP for 1 electric energy, Electro Ball for 30 damage. And then for 2 electric and 1... Darn it, I keep hitting the microphone stand. I'm sorry. For 2 electric and 1 normal type energy, you can do Nature Dive. So it's 100 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an Ultra Beast, pardon me, this attack does 100 more damage and discard 2 energy from this Pokemon. So Tapu Koko is out here ready and able to take out your Ultra Beasts. Alright, so I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to look away. I got a little spoiled because I did see the corner of the card, so I know it's something special, but I'm going to look right now. Hey! It's the Alolan Raichu and Raichu Tag Team GX. That is awesome. I saw this being played during the Pokemon Worlds tournament, and I was really excited that it existed for some reason. I just think it's really cute, and I'm so happy that I got one. It's 260 HP electric types. It has 2 moves, so 2 electric energy and 1 normal energy for Tandem Shock. It does 80 plus. If this Pokemon was on the bench and became your active Pokemon during this turn, this attack does 80 more damage and your opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. That is devastating. And then for 2 electric energy and normal energy plus, Lightning Ride GX, 150 damage plus. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. If this Pokemon has at least 2 extra electric energy attached to it, in addition to this attack's cost, this attack does 100 more damage. So like, it's almost like an extreme Volt switch. Like, they're doing a bunch of damage, they switch it with the benched Pokemon, and if they have extra energy on it, so if you've got 4 electric energy and like 1 other for the colorless, then you do a extra 100 damage for a total of 250 damage, and you get your tag team out of harm's way. So that is awesome. We've gotten our 4th GX pull from this box. We're more than halfway through. And that... let's just see how much that one is on tcgplayer.com as of this video. I can't read. I went way too far. That is a... ooh! That is a $10 card. That is fantastic. So exciting. So we've gotten 4 really cool GX/tag team cards so far. We are going to keep going. I do need to go soon, so this might be my last pack. Let's see. Alright. My roommate's going to pick up our pizza. Oops, I should probably specify. I put 2 exclamation points. If you couldn't tell, I'm excited for pizza. Alright, so this might be our last pack. Because she should be home in about 15 minutes from when the pizza was ready, which was 8:30. It is now 8:44. So, this might be our last pack. Will it be a GX or a tag team or some other secret rare, secret art, full art type of thing? There's only one way to find out. I forgot how to move my body. This should be an energy. Yes. Just an off-screen energy. Very off-screen. Alright, I'll try not to spoil it for myself by moving the cards a bit more carefully. So we do have a Snorunt, which we've already covered. Tynamo. Metatite doing some forest yoga. Noibat the cutie. Seawaddle. Tranquil, that's a new one, so now we have the full evolutionary line. So it's 80 HP normal type. For 1 normal energy, glide, 20 damage. And then for 2, air slash 40, and discard an energy from this Pokemon, so you can attach that Flynium Z to this Tranquil. Tirtuga is one that we've gotten. Ooh, Tauros. This is a new one. So normal type, 110 HP. I really like the art. I'm trying to get it to like focus on the art. Come on, webcam. Why do you hate me? I should run 2 webcams, so that way I can just put one to focus the cards on. So call for family. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. 2 normal energy, Berserker Tackle for 60 damage, and this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. So our reverse holo is a Dewpider. It's uncommon. Alright, I'm not gonna look. Is it something good? I'm gonna look in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, a Xurkitree. We don't have this one yet. It's not holographic, but it is one we don't have yet. It's electric, 120 HP. Ultra Beast, of course. It has 2 moves, 3 mirrors for 1 electric energy, 30 plus. If your opponent has exactly 3 prize cards remaining, this attack does 90 more damage. So it's very specific, but it's like if they knock out one of your tag teams, then you can just come in and be like, alright, here's a 120 damage move with 3 mirrors, because they take 3 prize cards, so if that's the first mon they knock out, then they have 3 left. And then 2 electric energy, signal beam, 50 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. So that's a pretty cool rare. Let's move on to the next pack. The stream will be ending soon. This part 1 of our Unified Minds. Yes, that's the right series. Unified Minds card pack opening. So thank you for sticking with me this far if you've been watching this either on Twitch or on YouTube. I really appreciate it. We've gotten some pretty interesting pulls so far. We're going to see if we can keep that streak up. Did I count right? Yes. So this is our energy. We got a common and that. And I think I hear my roommates, so this will be our last pack. Let's see what our... Oops, I hit the microphone again. Let's see what our commons are. We've got a Marini. Marini. We have a Litwick, but it's a new one. So fire type, 60 HP. It still has the same find a friend move. It's just the artwork is different because the other one had like a few different Litwicks with some candles. We've got a Cubone Bone. Yanma, that's a new one. We have Yanmega, so now we have the whole evolutionary line. Come on, Cubone. Why you do this? Stop. Why? What the heck? Are you like positively charged or something? There we go. Okay. Physics. Grass type, 70 HP. For 1 normal energy, tackle, 10 damage, and for 2 normal energy, cutting wind for 20. We've got a young goose. That's a new one that we don't have yet. 70 HP, normal type. For 2 normal energy, it can do cavernous chomp for 30 damage. So we've got Swadloon. That's a new one that we didn't have before. It is an uncommon. 70 HP, grass type. The ability is Swaddling Leaves. This Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks after applying weakness and resistance. And then for 1 normal energy, Bug Bite for 10 damage. Sableye, here's another new one we don't have yet. So it's a dark type, 80 HP. For 1 dark energy, Mirror Gem, 10 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, even if it is knocked out, put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. Wow. So he's really going all out. He only does 10 damage, but if you knock him out, you're gonna get 80 damage done to you. Magneton, this is another one we don't have yet. So a lot of cards that we don't have yet in this pack, which is really nice. Electric type, 90 HP. For 1 electric energy, Lightning Ball, 20 damage. And then for 3 normal energy, Tri Attack, 40 times. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 40 damage for each heads. So our reverse holo is an execute, which we have normal execute already, but we didn't have it as a reverse holo. I can't speak. Alright. And this is our rare. I'm not looking at it. I'm gonna look in 3, 2, 1. So we got a Gumshoes, which is nice because we just got the young goose in this pack, so now we have the whole evolutionary line. Not the coolest one to end the stream with, but it's still pretty cool because we don't have it. So it's 100 HP normal type. For 2 normal energy, Alert, Headbutt, 90 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon GX or EX, this attack's base damage is 30. So that's counter helpful. So yeah, that's gonna be our last rare. So we do still have some packs that we have to open, but... Oh, I hit the microphone stand again. That's been a common theme of this stream, is me hitting the microphone stand. So we do have some packs left, but I am going to save them for like our part 2 of this opening. Because we have been streaming for about 2 hours now, and I have some plans, and I still have packs that aren't these to open as well. So just a brief highlight of the big major cards that we had pulled. We got the Alolan Raichu GX tag team. Just the normal art one, but that's still really cool. We did get a Dragonite GX normal art, which is also cool because I've got my Dragon Majesty playmat, so I'll just put him right next to the Dragonite. We got a Heatran full art, I'm sorry, secret art, secret rare, rainbow, this guy. We got this guy here. And then we did get the Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor tag team as well, which my finger's in the way. And that was actually the first tag team that we got. So those are the 4 big cards that we were able to pull. And I think the Heatran was the most valuable one. No, actually, it wasn't. It's the Raichu and Alolan Raichu tag team is worth about $10. So yeah, we got some really cool cards. And we still have how many packs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we only made it like 2 packs through halfway of this box. And we already have 4 GXs, 2 tag teams, 2 solos. So in the next part, we will be opening the rest of these 16 packs, along with some of the other packs that I showed you in the beginning of this stream. But in the meantime, I really want to thank you for coming out, checking out this stream, or watching this video on YouTube after it has come up. Your support is very much appreciated, and I can't wait to open the rest of these cards and see what else we get. So in the meantime, this is Autumn Marie signing off.